Welcome back to the channel. All right, let's give the results to the no spend January, the 3 January resolutions. Because remember, we're just doing month by month. Because if I try to go a whole year resolution, I know I'm going to quit. So I'm gonna break it up into months, and then at the end we'll talk about 3 new resolutions, goals for February that I'm gonna do. And maybe you could do some with me, and let me know in the comments how you did, if you did resolutions or no spend January. All right, so first of all, the 3 January resolutions that I made, okay, I'm gonna tell you, I flopped on one of them bad, real bad. Okay, so I did, number 1, no spend January, and we'll go over those figures. Number 2, I was trying to get my posture up. Even though I say the word posture, I get all. So I'm trying to get my posture up. That was one of my goals for January. And I wanted to drink water the whole month of January, just to be healthy, and you save a few bucks on whatever. But okay, so let's go over posture first. I did pretty good on posture. It is a lifelong habit. In the winter, there's a lot of heavy clothes, and I tend to just slouch. But I would catch myself, and I would. So throughout the whole month, I did catch myself a ton, and I did correct it. So I am working on that, and I do feel better with a better posture. So we did okay on that one. Not great because it's a habit. I'm still trying to get it just everyday life. Just I walk up, I sit straight. So we did okay with that one. Number 3 was water. I failed that one terribly. I don't think I drank 1 cup of water. I mean, I did terrible on that one. For some reason, I can't drink water in the wintertime. I don't know. I'll make excuses. I just flopped on it terribly. I do, when I do drink, I do try not to drink calories. So I drink a lot of powdered Crystal Light type stuff. Sometimes some diet soda. Neither one's probably, no diet soda's not good for you, but the Crystal Light's probably terrible for you too. I don't know. But yeah, I didn't drink any water. I did terrible on that one. Like, I didn't even come close. I mean, it was just terrible. Terrible. All right, so then we did a no spend January, where and everybody has their own rules. I was doing it just pay regular bills, and then I was gonna buy a little food. I was gonna try not to buy a lot of food because I have a lot of food, and then gas for my car. So let's go over that. I wrote it down here. Okay, so for the month of January, I spent $77 in gas because I do deliveries for part of my income. So I do spend a lot of gas. So $77 on gas. I did spend $57 on food. Even that was surprising to me. So I must spend a lot on food because I didn't really go to the store a lot. Like the first 2 weeks of January, I didn't go to the store at all. And I kind of find it fun to go hunt for deals if I pass by a couple of my favorite stores. But I'm trying to stay back from that because I got so much food. So 50 cents on food, I don't think it was terrible. I thought it was pretty good. And then I had a plumbing issue. It did cost me $209 for plumbing issue. I don't necessarily fit that in because that's a necessity. Like, that's a repair. I didn't want to do that. It wasn't fun spending it. I'll tell you about the plumbing in a minute. And I also spent $103 on an electric blanket. I was trying to hold off to February to buy the electric blanket so I can keep my no spend January low as possible. I didn't do it. My cat stole my other. I have a twin electric blanket, so small, but she stole it and she hogged it. And I said, well, screw it. It's freezing here. I'm getting an electric blanket. The electric blanket from Walmart cost me $103. I bought a king. So far, I love it. And electric blankets don't use a lot of electricity, and it does help keeping the heat, not using the heat blasting it so much. Because if I'm on the couch with electric blanket, and Baby Love's on her electric blanket, I don't have to blast the heat so much. So I think it will save money over time because the heat's going to be expensive. The heat in my house is on gas. Everything else is on electric. My gas bill last month, if I remember correctly, was $93, and that's just heat. But I didn't think that was terrible because I remember some winters last winter where it was $300, $250. So we'll see how it is coming up. But yeah, so I spent $103 on electric blanket. So between food, gas, and electric blanket, I spent $237. If I didn't buy an electric blanket, I'd be in a little better shape. But, the plumbing issue. Okay, so plumbing issue. It was almost 2 Saturdays ago. I had my bathtub wasn't draining fast. I'm like, no. And I was like, okay, I'm going to order me one of those snakes, the plumbing snake, because there's a clog somewhere. And I went on Amazon, and it was $53. I said, there's a chance this could save me from calling a plumber. It's a 50-foot snake. You put it on the end of your drill. Let me try that first. It's a gamble because it might still not fix the problem. I might still have to buy a plumber. So, but then, even the toilets weren't draining fast enough. I'm like, it's becoming more of a problem. So I just called the plumber because it made me nervous. Why, is that a big plumbing issue? They come out Saturday, $209. It was a clog somewhere from the main sewer, something like that. Well, they left. The plumbing company left Saturday. It didn't fix it. We thought it did. We tested. The guy was nice. The guy was really good, but it didn't fix it totally. So they come back. This is a good plumbing company too. That's why I kept them, because they come and fixed my faucet a couple months ago. They were really good. As a matter of fact, they were. It was wet out when they were fixing my front outdoor faucet. It had a slight leak. The guy was walking down my stairs to get to the bonus room, because that's where the water shutoff is, and he slipped and fell, and he grabbed my railing and ripped it off the wall. He didn't get hurt. He was fine. So now my railing's off the wall, big giant holes with drywall. It was a mess. It was an accident. The guy didn't do it on purpose. But, the company was good. They sent drywall guy immediately out. The drywall guy fixed it. We hung the thing back up. I thought I had paint to match. I didn't have any extra paint, so I had to go buy paint at Lowe's. $34 in paint, something like that. Which I'm gonna say, let me send this bill, my Lowe's receipt, to the plumbing company and see if they'll reimburse me for the paint too. If they didn't, I wasn't gonna be mad. Worth a shot. Like I didn't cuss them out in the letter. They were nice, and I'm nice to people. So I just thought, let me give it a shot. They actually sent me a check for the paint, which was super cool. They were very nice. But that's why I hired them again, because they were a good company. So they came back out Monday. They fixed it. It's all good. $209, which is the cheapest thing I had in plumbing the last 6 months, because I had 2 other times had plumbers out, and one was $350 and one was $275. So $209 for what I thought was a major problem kind of freaked me out. Anyway, so I go to Amazon to I'm going to return it. I didn't open it. I didn't open the snake thingy. And I went to return it, and they said, okay, your refund is on its way. Just keep the product. Amazon does that once in a while. They did it to me years ago for some light item. If it's cheaper for Amazon just to let me keep it than pay for shipping back, they just let me keep it. So they let me keep it. So I still have the snake. It's still in the packaging. I haven't used it yet. But and I don't feel bad for Amazon, because I rarely do that. I don't return stuff a lot. But I did an Amazon video before about Prime, and something like they make $23 billion a month or $23 billion a year, both high numbers, off Americans for just Prime. So if I got to return something once in a while, I don't feel so bad. But okay, so those plumbing problems, we're going to talk about that in my next goal for February goals. So anyway, the plumbing was $209. It's fixed really good now. It's fine. I got a free snake thingy from Amazon, which I wasn't trying to get it free. I was going to return it. I didn't even open it. So let's talk about 3 new goals, February resolutions, just for the month of February. And February's a short month, so we could do a diet or something. So it's less time for the diet. But I'm not going to do a diet. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do for my goals for February. And you guys can do some of these with me if you want. Number 1, hear me out in this one. I eat too much. I just eat too much. There, I said it. Okay. Okay, so what I do is I'm an early riser. So I get up sometimes at 3:30 a.m. to 4 a.m., give or take. So I've always been that way. I go to bed early, but I've always been an early riser. What happens is, if I get up at 4 a.m., I'm going to eat. I'm hungry overnight. At least in my head, I'm hungry. So then what happens, I eat at 4 a.m., come morning time, at 8 a.m., I want breakfast. I'm starving. Again, a lot of this is in my head. So Then I'm eating breakfast again. Then I'm eating lunch and dinner. So because I start eating at 4 a.m., I'm eating 4 meals. I'm at another, whatever calories, 400 or 500, 600 calories at 4 a.m., which I can cut that out when I wake up. Just wait till 8 a.m. for breakfast. So one of my goals for February is don't eat until breakfast. Don't eat that pre-breakfast breakfast, which I've been doing a lot. That'll save me 600-700 calories for whatever I eat, for sure. Because once I eat at 4 a.m., I'm hungry again at 8 a.m. But if I just wait, I'll just eat at 8 a.m. I'm just fine. And I'll save some calories. So I'm going to do that all of February. And some of these I would like to make a habit, so I just because I need to quit doing that. All right, and number 2 for my goal for February is I want to buy 0 food this time. I spent $57 on food in January, which is pretty good. It's not bad. I'm not complaining. But I want to buy 0 food. I just made a video. I'm going to put it out next week or so. I was chatting with you guys as I was organizing my 2 freezers. I was just making a video on it. And that was eye-opening. I got so much freaking food, I got to chill. So I'm going to try to buy 0 food. 0. Like no food in February. Like not even go to the store. And I don't have to go for Baby Love either because I have plenty of cat food. I got all her supplies. So I'm going to try not to walk into any store. I'm going to do the best I can. If something comes up, it'll come up. I'll let you know. So, and then number 3, here's one. You guys should do this with me. Because of all the plumbing issues, this year, within the last 6 months, let's say, all the repair issues, 3 plumbings and a garage door opener, which that was $365 if I remember correctly. So, and 3 plumbing issues, all separate plumbing issues. It's not the same issue over and over. I live in an older house. So, I want to I made an envelope for it. A repair fund envelope. And my goal for February is I want $100 in this thing. I just threw 20 in to start it. And for the month of February, I want to have $100 in here. I don't want to stick that in my account and get it washed away with the rest of the money in that account. I want a separate account I can see just for repairs. Because repairs are going to come. There's no doubt about it. It's just when. Car, house, take the cat, dog to the vet, like stuff like that. Like any kind of, repair your cat, but any kind of thing like that for sure is going to come up. I want a separate envelope for that. So in February, I want to have $100 in here by February, the end of February, 28th. You guys should do that with me. And then think about that. If we do that every month, try to put $100 in there, and you don't have any repairs for 6 months, and everything's going smooth, you'll have $600 sitting in there. And still don't spend it, don't touch it. Just let it keep growing because there's going to be repair. And that way we're not whooped when the repair comes. And you can use that too. Say you went 3 months or $300 in there, and you're like, oh, it's time for oil change. If you'd rather not touch your savings or touch your checking, $60 oil change out of your repair fund, because that would repair maintenance. So you guys should do that with me, because for sure we're gonna have repairs. I would say life is getting money because we guys pay money to survive and fixing broken shit. That's all life is. So yeah, you guys do that with me. Let me know if you want to do that with me, and I will see you guys on the next video. Let me know in the comments how you guys did, if you participated. Or if you want to participate in the February resolutions, goals, and pick 3. I say you guys do this one with the repair fund with me. I have a friend of mine. Here, I'll show you hers. I got a friend of mine doing it with me. She already has 45 in hers. Because she said, I'm so bad with money. Can I keep my repair fund in your house? Yeah, keep it here. So and she knows she's going to have a broken repair, something coming up. We're all going to have that. So it'd be nice to have a little money put aside for that. Even if it only pays half say the hot water heater goes in August and it's $1,200, but you have $600 saved. Well, shit, that's $600 saved. Now you only got to take another $600 out of your savings or checking or whatever, or come up with it somehow. But every little bit will help that you put in here, and you can put more or less. I'm doing 100. I'm gonna try to do 100. Even if you do 25 a month, in 4 months you have 100 put aside for an oil change or some kind of repair, a new battery for your car, a tire, house repair, whatever. We're gonna need it for something. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the comments.